This game is absolutely huge for both these teams involved. The Cincinnati Bengals are coming into this game 0-2, trying to get back into the season, while the Los Angeles Rams are hungry. They are trying to prove themselves. They are trying to make a name for themselves this year. Can they do it? Let's dive into this matchup. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here. Today I'm here bringing you guys my Horns Up series for Week 3. In this series, we break down every game that the Rams will play. We break down injuries, key things to watch, all that fun stuff. And let's go ahead and dive into this Week 3 game against the Bengals. So as always for this series, we will be kicking things off with the importance for this game. The Cincinnati Bengals have been struggling to find their identity this year after being completely embarrassed and pantsed on national television Week 1 against the Browns, and then proceeding to get destroyed by the Baltimore Ravens at home in Week 2. It was only a 3-point game, but Joe Burrow should very easily outplay Lamar Jackson. He did not. Now, he did re-aggravate the calf. That's something we'll talk about later. But this game is absolutely critical. A lot of people would say the Bengals have a fairly easy game here heading into the season, but now this game looks a lot more dicey for them. If they can't get a win here or even make it close, their season, but especially they need a win, their season is going to be on the fringes if they cannot get a win here. Meanwhile, the Rams are coming into this game after a huge win against Seattle, in Seattle, mind you, and then with a hugely tight game at home against San Francisco. They made it a 7-point game, and if they wouldn't have had the interceptions, if Stafford hadn't have thrown his 2 picks, the Rams very easily could have won that game. And we're looking at a 2-0 Rams team against an 0-2 Bengals team. This Rams team, this offense is back, baby. Puka Nacua turning into Cooper Kupp. You got Cooper Kupp coming back hopefully in the next couple weeks. On top of Van Jefferson being all right, Tutu Atwell stepping up in a huge way, and Kyron Williams being absolutely monstrous. The Rams just need to show they can beat the Bengals or play them close, because this is a huge season of growth for this team. Meanwhile, let's just go ahead now and take a look at the injury report. So for the Cincinnati Bengals, we'll start off with the Bengals here. They had a total of 6 players on the injury report, but 3 of them were full participants on Friday. Now, this is all based off of Friday stuff, as the Saturday stuff has not come out yet. But for the Bengals, we had the full participants as Tyson Anderson, Nick Scott, and Joseph Asai. 2 safeties and a defensive end. Full participants looking like they will be back and ready to go on Monday night. Now, we have a couple of other concerns. We have we'll go off with a linebacker. That is Akeem Davis-Gaither. He was limited. He was a limited participant on Friday. We'll see what he can do today. I think that they are expecting him to play, though, from reports I've seen coming out today. Meanwhile, you have tight end Irv Smith with a hamstring injury. That's going to be a tough one to come back from with an aggravated hamstring just 3 days before the game. That is going to be a bit tough to come back from, but we'll see if he can come in and play. He is a big tight end for this team, and Joe Burrow, if he plays, is going to need all the help he can get. Meanwhile, speak of the devil, Joe Burrow, he is still questionable with the calf injury. He did not practice Thursday. He was a limited participant Friday, but there is still some things that he is going to have to do before he can play on Monday night. So if Joe Burrow does not play, this game turns into a hugely advantageous game for the Rams. Joe Burrow probably going to be trying to play it, but Jamar Chase has been saying, no, don't go, man. Don't go. Rest. You need it. We need you down the stretch. So whether Joe Burrow plays or not, that is still way up in the air for this game. Meanwhile, on the Rams side, the Rams have had 5 players on the injury report this week. 3 of them are back to full health. We had Brian Allen, offensive lineman with an illness. He did not practice Thursday, full participant Friday. Meanwhile, you have offensive lineman Joe Noteboom with a shoulder. He was limited Thursday, full participant Friday. Same with Jonah Williams, defensive end. Back injury, limited Thursday, full participant Friday. Now, the other 2 who are still questionable, you have Kobe Durant, defensive back. He is a solid piece of that unit. There's not a lot of known corners, so losing any depth at cornerback is a huge take for this Rams team. It's a huge loss. He's dealing with a groin injury, did not practice Thursday, limited Friday, looking like he is slowly trending towards playing, but we'll have to see what today's injury report comes out with. That probably won't come out until about 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern, so I might make a post on the channel after this video goes out whenever I see that. We'll see. But we also have wide receiver Puka Nacua with an oblique injury. He is now on the injury report 2 weeks in a row. He did not practice Thursday, but he was a limited participant on Friday. So right now it looks like he might be taking the steps, and Puka Nacua they're going to try to get him on the field because he has been absolutely monstrous. On the season already, he has 25 receptions for like 250 yards in 2 weeks of football. That is an absolutely monstrous number, especially for a rookie. So Puka Nacua, we need you on the field. Now let's go ahead and take a look at key things to watch in this game. For the Bengals, the biggest key thing to watch is, does Joe Burrow settle back in if he plays? If not, how can the offense rally around the quarterback to get what they need to do? This offense is just looking well out of sync this year, not quite looking the greatest, so they need to get back into it. The defense also doesn't have an excuse, but the offense really needs to get back into sync. For the Los Angeles Rams, I'm going to say I want to watch that defensive unit. The Rams offense has been absolute firepower. Can the defense hold? If the defense can hold for the Rams, then you are looking at a team that is going to be dual threat down the line. The defense of being able to hold contenders with the offense of being able to square up against them offensively. The Rams have been putting up a consistent point. They put up 53 points in 2 weeks. So, could have been 59, but we signed Brett Maher week 1, decided to have him our starting kicker, but whatever. Either way, 1-1, still watching that defense. That defense is going to be a huge point of contention for this Rams team. They will go as far as that defense can carry them. Now that being said, let's go ahead and get a final score prediction for this game. Now, I did pick the Rams in the weekly predictions. I am sticking with my guns here. I think the Rams do get a win. I'm going to give the Rams a win here. I'm assuming Puka plays and Joe Burrow plays. I'm going to give the Rams a win. We'll go 28-25. It's going to be a close game. It's not going to be a blowout. But I do think the Rams slightly edge out the Bengals here. The Bengals just still looking way out of sync for me to pick them. I do not have confidence in that Bengals team. Let me know what you think down in the comments, though, because I want to hear. This game is going to be a very interesting game. And we will be live for this game on Monday night covering this. Hopefully, we'll at least cover halftime or the second half if possible. Hoping to cover the whole game, though. Well, that's about going to do it for me tonight, or today. If you guys did like, don't forget to smash like and subscribe, as it does help me out a whole lot. Lets me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy, that you guys want to watch. And also, if you haven't already, check out our predictions down here. Or if you want to, check over here, where I try to build a fantasy team with only $200 to break 100 points. I'm feeling very confident in the roster this week, by the way. But either way, go ahead and check out either of those 2 videos, or subscribe up here if you haven't already. And I guess I will see you guys later. Peace out and have a good one.